All right. All right. Once again, welcome back to another exciting day of mathematics. Whoop, whoop. Lower your volumes, please, and mute yourself. Warm up number 12 is on the screen. We have the first two to simplify, and number 3 is to solve that compound inequality. I'll give you guys some time. Copy and go. All right, check with the neighbors, see what they got, please. For numbers 1, 2, and 3, they should be done by now. Then I'll call on someone to help us out, get started. All right, good conversations. How about, let's get started with Juan. What'd you get for number 1? Hold on. You said what? 4x squared plus 3x minus 4. Hands if you got that. That is correct, and it's in standard form. That is correct. Double check your work. Pass it to someone. 1. Number 2. Delilah, what'd you get for number 2? Negative 4y squared plus 3y minus 18. Hands if you got that. That is correct. That's in standard form as well. All right, before I call on the last one, double check your solution set on that last one so I can call on someone. What's your solution set for number 3? Double check your work as well. I see Lorena nodding yes, that she's got this one. All right. All right, can you give us the solution set, please, Fabian? $15. Hands if you got that. That is correct. Fabian from the corner. Let's go. All right. Copy the agenda for today. Agenda warm-up number 12. We got sum and difference of polynomials. And tonight's home place pages 276, 277, odds only. How about them apples? Pretty good, yeah? Odds only. Now, if you want to do the whole thing, that's okay. I'll leave that up to you. That's extra practice. All right. So there is no Nearpod code tonight. However, your home plate from last night were these 12 problems on your screen. Go to Canvas, turn that in, please, at this time. Go to the module titled Polynomials. And in there, you're going to see an assignment titled 12 Problems, Classify Polynomials. 12 Problems, Classify Polynomials. What's that? Yeah. So with that said, you should have turned that in, or you're in the process because Wi-Fi problems, I guess. But in the meantime, turn to your neighbor, let them know your standard form for number 1 and the name of it, the classification. Share with your neighbor number 1. What'd you get for number 1? Like that I can call on someone.
What you get? Cubic trinomial. Yeah.
All right. All right. So let's see where we're at. Number one, I want the standard form for number one. Standard form for number one. What'd you get? Christina, go. Standard form. -1u cubed minus 5u plus 8. Hands if you got that. That is correct. Now we need classification or its name. Can you give us the name for that one, please? Alan, go. Oh, my bad. Let's try Christopher. What'd you get? Classification. Sorry? Christopher, thank you. Classification. Dylan, what'd you get? Number one. Cubic trinomial. Hands if you got that. That is correct. All right, I want you to go to number 9 now and share with your neighbor what you got for standard form and the name for number 9. I'll give you some time for that. Number 9. All right, let's see, standard form. Let's see, how about Alessandra? Standard form. Sorry? Negative what? Okay, let me start it over, sorry. So we're on number 9. I need standard form for number 9. Hands if you got that. Looks about right. Pass it to someone so that they can give me the classification, the name of it. Alyssa, what'd you get? Quartic trinomial. Hands if you got that. That is correct. Let's go. So just wink, wink, hint, hint. If we were to have a pop party on this and you are not going to have the little tool to look through it, how are you going to know the names of these polynomials? Share with your neighbor. How would you know the names without any tools? Yeah, you need to memorize them. Memorize the degrees and memorize the by the terms. All right, last but not least, look at number 12. Share with your neighbor what you got for number 12 in standard form and then the name. I'll give you some time for that. Standard form number 12. All right, good conversations. I hear Joel and Valente engaged really well. So I need standard form. Let's see. Caleb, standard form, go. Oh, okay. And what did your neighbor say? Jose, what'd you get? 9 what? U squared V to the 4th. V cubed W squared. Seven UVW plus U squared plus 5V minus 6 Jose from the corner, let's go. That is correct. Yes, hands, have you got that? All right. Now, I just want the first name of this one. First name. Share with your neighbor the first name of that polynomial. First name. First name, and it looks like Briseida's got this one. Very good. All right. First name. Make sure your neighbor's got the same thing as you. First name. All right. What's the first name of that polynomial, Briseida? 6 degree. Let's go. Briseida from the corner. Hands, have you got that? That is correct. All right. Let's move on. So for tonight, once again, guys, our home play is pages 276, 277 odds only. You can get that in Canvas. Go to module polynomials and the last item there. All right, get a Cornell note ready. Our objective for today, I can add and subtract polynomials. I can add and subtract polynomials. So your neighbor, the concept for today, yes, polynomials. And today we're going to be moving on to addition and subtraction. Polynomials. I can add and subtract polynomials. All right. I can add and subtract polynomials. It's going to go fairly quick. Check this out like this. Watch. That quick. You guys see that? All right, good. All right. So I can add and subtract polynomials. Get a Freire model going. Polynomial in the center. Now check this out. Polynomials. By now we should know the definition without looking at our notes. Yes, because I repeated it 1,000 times. Yes. So, without looking at your notes, turn to your neighbor, let them know the first word of the definition. First word of the definition. That is correct, monomials. So that's the first thing you write, and then something else comes right after. All right, talk it over to your neighbor, tell them, see if they remember what comes right after. Monomials, and what else? All right, fill that in. Give me one example, one unexample of your own, and one hashtag. One example, one unexample, one unexample, and a hashtag. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Fill that in, give you some time. Yeah. All right, let's see, look at your screen. You should have gotten something like this. Definition, monomials, sum or difference of monomials, yes? One example, one unexample, one hashtag. Okay, so we got this. So we also covered some terms. Look at the terms. Did we cover terms, like terms, coefficient, and so on and so forth? Yes? Yes, Mr. Q. All right, good. And the constants, okay? And let's get started. Example number 1, copy this, please. Add or subtract polynomials. The first one, parentheses, 9b plus 5a squared b minus 3a squared plus 5, close parentheses, plus parentheses, negative 7a squared minus 2a squared b plus 2b minus 1, close parentheses. And some of you are like, Mr. Q, haven't we been doing these on the warm-up? Pretty much. That's why I gave you plenty of practice so that when we get to here, it flows a lot better. Does that make sense? Yeah? All right. But I am going to go through a process just to make sure you're checking that process as you go along, because you need to do that process or else you're going to make mistakes in the future. Here it goes. So first things first. The very first thing when we add or subtract polynomials, we need to check to make sure there is addition between the polynomials. So let's do that. Let's check. Is there an addition sign between the polynomials? Yes, I'm going to circle that. Check. I got that down. Okay. Once again, what is the first thing we check? Addition between the polynomials, all right? Next, now that we have addition, now we can actually begin to combine like terms. I'm gonna start with blue, circle 9B. And you're like, what happened to the parentheses, Mr. Q? We don't need to worry about those because it's addition between both. Is there another B? Yeah, the 2B. So what is 9 plus 2? That's 11B. I'm going to switch to red. I'm going to go to 5A squared B. Is there another A squared B? Yes, the negative 2. So what is 5 minus 2? Positive 3A squared B. That is correct. I'm going to go to green. Negative 3A squared is another A squared. Yes, negative 7A squared. So negative 3, negative 7, that's negative 10A squared. And last, do we have any constants? Yes, Mr. Q. 5 minus 1. What is 5 minus 1? 4. All right. So far, so good. So what is the first thing we check for to make sure there's addition in between? From there, we combine. Third thing, we need to find out the degree of each term. So let's go with the first term. What is the degree of this one? 1. What's the degree of this one? 3, because we got 2 plus 1 exponent, that's 3. Degree of this one, 2, and the degree of this one, 0. Now let's write it in standard form. Which one goes first? Third degree, so that is 3A squared B. Next, second degree, which is negative 10A squared. Next, first degree, which is positive 11B. And then 0 degree, which is plus 4. Label this standard form. And let's see how we did yesterday in class. What is our leading coefficient? Tell your neighbor what the leading coefficient is of that polynomial. Everyone? Leading coefficient? 3, that is correct. It's the, now that it's in standard form, it's the number multiplying the variables. This is our leading coefficient. All right. And just for practice, we need a name for this one. Tell your neighbor the name for this one. Name for this one. All right, I heard some people say that the highest degree is 3. That is correct. So this is a cubic. That is correct. How many terms? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a polynomial. From 1 to 5, how comfortable are you with addition? Yeah, let's do another one. Very good. 5, 5, 5, 5s. Copy this one. Example 1Q. We got parentheses 9B to the 4th plus 5A squared B minus 3A squared minus 3, close parentheses, plus, open parentheses, 9A squared minus 2AB squared plus 2B to the 4th minus 4, close parentheses. I'll give you a head start for that one. And hint, hint, I did throw a little curveball to see if you catch it, okay? All right, copy and go. All right, so hold on, I'll go back to the other one, but I just wanted to show the example 1Q on the screen because since I'm recording, I needed to go back. So there's the answer for number 1Q. And now we are example 1 mega Q. Give you some time for that. Copy and go. All right. So let's go with the process just to make sure we got this. What is the first thing we check for, everyone? Addition throughout. So let's see, is there addition here? Yes. How about here? Yes. So at this point, I just start with my combining like terms. Start with blue. Here's my constant of 2. Is there another constant? Yes. And another one? Yes. So that is 9. Next, I got negative 6z to the 3rd. Is there another one z to the 3rd? Yes. And another one? Yes. So negative 9 and negative 7, that's negative 16. And negative 6, that's negative 22z to the 3rd. Hands if you got that one. Okay, not bad. We go to green. We got 5z to the fourth. Is there another 5z to the fourth? No, so plus 5z to the fourth. And then last but not least, I'm gonna bring down the negative 8z. So let me check the degrees of each term. What's the degree of the first one? 0, and then 3, and then 4, and then 1. So I'm gonna start with this one, and I write 5z to the fourth. From there I go to minus 22z to the third. From there I go to negative 8z. And last but not least, plus 9. Hands if you got that by yourself. All right, tell your neighbor the leading coefficient for this standard form expression. Leading coefficient is 5. That is correct. This is our LC. And give them the name of this polynomial, please. Complete name of this polynomial. Yeah, quartic, but it's the highest degree is 4, and it's polynomial because it has 4 terms. All right, we good? All right, let's go to this next one, example 2. Copy this one. Example 2, we got parentheses 3x squared minus 8x to the third plus 9x to the fourth, close parentheses, minus parentheses 2x to the fourth minus 5, close parentheses. All right. Sure. So once again, tell your neighbor what's the first thing you're going to check. All right, let's see. Do we have addition between the two? No. So that means if it's a subtraction, you're going to put a 1 right there. It becomes a negative 1. You're going to distribute that to the right. All right. Once again, if it's not addition, if it's subtraction, you're going to put a 1 and distribute that negative 1. So we get negative 2x to the fourth, and negative 1 times negative 5 is positive 5. Then you bring down the first polynomial without the parentheses, 3x to the second minus 8x cubed plus 9x to the fourth. And here, let me show you why we don't need the parentheses, because what's in front of this first parentheses? An invisible plus. So if I distribute a positive 1, we end up with the same thing. Okay. All right, let's start combining like terms. Let's see. 3x squared is another x squared. No, 3x squared. Next, x cubed, is there another? No, negative 8x cubed. Next, 9x to the fourth, and I have another x to the fourth. So I think she's over there. So 9 minus 2, that is 7x to the fourth. And last, our constant is plus 5. All right, let's go with the degrees. What's the degree of the first term? 2. Second, then, and then. So our standard form is 7x to the fourth minus 8x to the third plus 3x to the second, and at the end, plus 5. Our leading coefficient, tell your neighbor, leading coefficient is 7. Yes, that is correct, which is that one. And the first name of that polynomial is also a quartic. All right. All right. From 1 to 5, how comfortable are you with these? Okay. So I'm going to send you a poll just to make sure I got everyone. It's on your screen. From 1 to 5, how comfortable do you feel with those so far? And I'm going to move us on to the last problem. Copy that one as you answer the poll. Example 3. Not bad, not bad. All right. So the last problem, example number 3 reads, a rectangle has a width of x, a length of 3x to the fourth plus 7 minus x cubed feet. Find the perimeter of the rectangle. So first things first, as you're finishing up copying that, what figure are they talking about? So the first thing you're going to do is draw a rectangle. Nice and straight like mine. Bam, there it is. All right, and let me label this. Our width, I'm gonna use this part, is what? X. So I'm gonna label this X and this X. Yes. Looks like Ivan's got this written down really well. Very good. He's writing it down really well in his notes. The length, we got 3x to the 4th plus 7 minus x cubed. We have another length up here, 3x to the 4th plus 7 minus x to the 3rd. All right, so they want us to find what? The perimeter. Who remembers how to find the perimeter? Tell your neighbor, how do you find the perimeter of any figure, Yeah, I heard add all the sides. How many sides do we have here? 4, so side plus side plus side plus side. That is correct. So here we go. I'll make some room. To find the perimeter, I need to write 3x to the 4th plus 7 minus x cubed. I'm going to add another set of the same kind. And then how many x's? 2 of them. So I'm going to write x and x. I'm adding straight up and down. Does everybody see that? So here we go. What do I have in the first term? 3 plus 3 is 6x to the 4th. What is 7 plus 7? 14. What is negative 1x cubed and 1x cubed? Negative 2x cubed. And what is x plus x? 2x, yes? Okay. However, is that in standard form? No. Therefore, this is 4th degree. What is this one? 0. Hold on. This one, 3. This one, 1. And you know what to do from there. Yeah. Have a good one, guys. Enjoy your home play. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.